I turned down a man because of his gold digger test. I met Connor at a coffee shop where I went every Saturday morning. He came up to me and asked if the seat next to me was taken. I was reading a book and barely looked up when I said it was free. He sat down and we ended up talking for like 2 hours straight. He was funny and seemed normal. We exchanged numbers and he texted me that same night asking me out for dinner. Our first date was at this Italian place downtown. Nothing too fancy, but nice enough that I wore a dress. Connor showed up in jeans and a button-up shirt. We talked about our jobs, our families, random stuff. He worked in finance and mentioned he did pretty well for himself. I worked as a teacher, so I just laughed and said I definitely didn't. He paid for dinner without making it weird, and we agreed to go out again. The second date was at a sushi place. Again, he picked somewhere nice. This time he told me about his car, his apartment in the nicer part of town, and how he'd just gotten back from a trip to Japan. I didn't think much of it. Some people just like talking about their lives. I told him about my apartment that I shared with my roommate Katie, and how I was saving up to maybe buy a used car soon. He nodded, but didn't say much after that. Third date, he suggested we go somewhere casual. A burger joint on the edge of town that honestly looked pretty run down from the outside. The paint was peeling, and there were only like 3 other people inside. I thought maybe he just liked the food there or something. We sat down and he ordered a basic burger. I ordered the same. When the waitress walked away, he leaned back and watched me. "So what do you think of this place?" he asked. I shrugged. "It's fine. Food smells good." He smiled, but it wasn't the same smile from our other dates. This one felt like he was waiting for something. The burgers came and they were actually really good. I told him that and he just nodded. After we finished, he paid again, but when we got outside, he stopped me before I could get in my car. "I need to be honest with you," he said. "I've been testing you." I blinked at him. "Testing me?" He crossed his arms and leaned against his car. "The first 2 dates I took you somewhere nice to see how you'd react. You seemed normal. But tonight I brought you here to see if you'd complain or act differently. Some women only want a guy for his money, and I needed to know you weren't one of them." I just stared at him. "You've been testing me this whole time? Like I'm some kind of experiment?" He frowned. "Don't be dramatic. It's smart. I've been burned before by gold diggers. I needed to make sure you were real." "Real," I repeated. "You mean you needed to make sure I'd still date you even if you pretended to be broke?" He shrugged. "Basically, yeah. And you passed. So we're good. We can keep seeing each other." I shook my head. "No, we can't." He looked confused. "What? Why?" I told him exactly why. "Because you spent 3 dates lying to me about who you are and treating our time together like some kind of test. You didn't trust me from the start. You assumed I was a gold digger until I proved I wasn't. That's not how you start a relationship." Connor got defensive. "I was protecting myself. You should understand that." "I do understand it," I said. "But I also understand that I don't want to be with someone who thinks playing games is the same thing as getting to know someone." He tried to argue, but I was already getting in my car. He texted me that night saying I was overreacting and that he really liked me. I didn't respond. Katie asked me what happened when I got home. I told her everything, and she said she would have done the same thing. A week later, Connor texted again asking if we could talk. I told him no. He said I was being unfair and that lots of guys do this. I told him that didn't make it okay. Then he called me stuck up and said I probably would have been a gold digger anyway. I blocked his number after that.